Hello, this is Virgie, mentor, life coach, and much more. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel, and I'm glad you are watching. I did a video and I promised you that I'll come to wind up the topic I've been speaking about, vision or vision-oriented mindset. And before I dive into it, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and my viewers. I don't take you for granted for being with me all this time. So if you have been following me in my videos, I've been speaking about what is that you have been looking for, what is that you desire to do, and now the vision and having a vision-oriented mindset. And the last video I did, I talked a bit of it, and I said that you might find that you already know now the vision, but you find it very hard now to get it from your mind and put it on the table or to implement. That is where most of us we find ourselves that we are stagnating. And that is what I want to focus on today. Two things I'm going to talk about that can hinder you now from implementing the vision. Now that you already know, now that you already have that idea, but you find it very hard to implement. I'm going to talk about the battle from within. The battle from within, it involves your mind. It is in your mind. And it affects the mind. And when it affects the mind, that can affect you. That can hinder you from implementing that idea you already have. And one of the things that can affect your mind is called fear. Number one, fear. You might have the fear of an unknown. I actually don't know why human beings they tend to fear what they are not aware of, what they don't know. Stepping to unknown, they find themselves very hard to do it, including me. I've never understood why we always fear what we are not familiar with. Like, for example, you want to move from one place to another, from one city maybe to another, from one country to another. You actually don't know what will happen there. There's that fear that can come and it can affect you. You might not do anything. So there's also this fear of being judged because you fear that people are going to judge whatever you are going to implement. You have that fear of you are going to be laughed at. People might laugh at you. You also fear failing. You don't want to try because you don't want to fail. Number two, doubt. So you are doubting. You already know this idea is mine and I want to do it. With all your heart, you want to do it. But it's that inner voice, that nagging voice that is telling you that, are you sure that is what you want to do? So doubt, it will hinder you from implementing that vision. Number three, inadequacy. Inadequacy, it is feeling that you are not good enough. Actually, it's about your intellectual. You feel like you are not good enough to do something. You feel like you are weak in that area, maybe as far as education is concerned. So you feel like you are inadequate to do what you are supposed to do. It's about questioning your intellectual. This one is going to affect you. And number five is about finances. So you wonder what is going to happen. Maybe your idea needs a lot of cash, or even if it's not a lot of cash, there is that little money, of course. If it is something you want to build, if whatever you want to do, definitely is going to you need money, and maybe you don't have any supportive system, even people to support you. Those are five major things which I felt that they can hinder you to implement that vision. The other thing is about the battle from without. The battle from without, it affects the outside you. It is from the outside your mind. One of the hindrances of the battle from without is people. Number one, people. People, like we have talked about this issue of people in fearing being laughed at. You have no control. The battle from outside, actually, outside your mind, you have no control because you not stop people judging. You can't stop people from laughing at you. There's nothing you can do about it because people will always find something to tell you which is not encouraging you to do it. They will give you a negative energy that you feel that actually I am worthless and I will not dare trying. The closest people in your life, they are the people who are going to discourage you. Who are these close people in our midst? Relatives, family members, maybe siblings, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, and then friends like confidant. Those close friends of yours, most of they are the ones who come and tell you that maybe this idea is stupid. What are you trying to do? They will talk behind your back. So that one can affect you. Number 2 is location. Now, location is very important because let's say that you have an idea you want to do something, but maybe you are located in a place whereby it is not convenient for you to implement that vision. For example, are you living in the rural areas and maybe you want to implement that vision in the urban area? Location is all about the distance. The distance between where you want to implement and where you are can affect you from implementing that vision. Let me use a factory. There's no way you can come and construct a coffee factory in urban areas or in a city. Are you going to be importing raw materials from far and bringing to where the factory is? Even if you feel like it is possible right now, you can't because you are starting small. And when you are starting small, you want to minimize the cost as much as possible. So there are raw materials. There are also things like you need power, water, if you are doing irrigation, all that is included. So location can also hinder you because we are looking at maybe the rural areas versus the urban area. Location matters. We are going to look at what we can do about the location. Now, number 3, you need labor. Labor is very important. Whatever you want to implement, like now that coffee factory I'm talking about, you need laborers. You need workmanship. Yeah? You cannot do it alone. Because you cannot do it alone, you need to involve laborers. So if laborers are not there, that is another hindrance that may stop you from implementing that vision. Number 4, expertise. Experts. Whatever you want to do, need experts. The people who have maybe experience or who are knowledgeable about going about it. Going back to the factory. Just because you have an idea does not qualify you to know how to operate a machine. You need people who know how to operate that machine. And you need experts to do it. Because you might have the idea and the idea can be big. But having an idea does not mean that you already know all the ground. So you need laborers, you need experts. Number 5, you need authorities. For example, I've talked about that factory. You want to construct a factory. Maybe you want to purchase a land. You need the documents and you have no control of when you receive the document or when you start constructing. There is a law. There is a way you are supposed to follow the law. And maybe the government is involved because maybe they want to check whether that it can affect the environment. Is the factory you want to build going to be conducive to the area? They are going to look at so many things. So those are the things you cannot control. You cannot control the law. You cannot control the government. Number 6, stakeholders. Maybe whatever you want to do need stakeholders. And stakeholders are people who come now to join you in that idea, in that vision you have. But they look at you and maybe they are not fully convinced that they can do business with you. Either you are not known or they are fearing whether they are going to make it, they are going to make profit or not. So those 6 things are the major ones that can make you not to implement. But remember, I've talked about the battle from outside. The battle from outside, you can win. I fight the battle from outside your mind that you can handle. I find that the battle from outside is more easier than the battle from within. What am I saying? The battle from within, most of us, that is where we find ourselves in. And that's where the actual problem is usually in. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you cannot put forward and believe that you can make it, if you cannot have a positive mindset, if you cannot fight those people who are laughing at you, if you cannot dare to do it, definitely you never take a step. Even forget about even the battle from outside. Because the battle from outside, you can win it when you have won the battle from within. So first and foremost, if you want to implement, make sure that you win the battle from within. Make sure that you win the battle from within. After that, the rest is easy. How is it easy? If it's about people, you can ignore them. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm here to make it. And you can give them a deaf ear. So, you see, the battle from outside is you can handle because you can deal with people. You see me doing it, and you continue talking. And because me, I'm a born-again Christian, I love the Lord. I talk about the Bible, and I talk about even stories in the Bible. Like somebody I've been talking about, Nehemiah. Nehemiah faced a lot of many challenges when he was building the wall. And the people who are supposed to help him are the ones who are laughing at him, saying that even a fox can jump. And mark my word, Nehemiah was not an ordinary person. Nehemiah was a governor of those times. He was a governor. So he was not just anybody. A governor being laughed at, but he's still doing it. So this thing, it doesn't matter whether you are small or big. Challenges or opposition, you get opposition from anybody. You get opposition. Whether you are small or you are big, opposition is the same. By the way, even when you are a big person, a big fish, is the time you can find that the opposition is even bigger when you are a big fish, and you know what I mean. So, that one, you can deal with it. Let's look at the location. You can relocate to whereby you see that it is working for you. You can relocate. Let's talk about labor. You can look for the people near you. Those who are they are praised, well praised, that you can manage. You can negotiate the salary. You can negotiate with them. The expert, I'm sure you don't need to hire many. You can hire one. An expert, you don't need many. If maybe they are costing you a lot of money, you just need one. The rest, look for people you can trust to work with you. So the battle from outside, you can handle it. If it is the authorities, just trust the process because you are not in charge there. That is why I'm saying there are some areas there is nothing you can do because you have no strength about it right now, getting the documents. But you can trust the process and you can be hopeful that finally you are going to make it. And before I go to my conclusion, let me talk about something. That idea of yours, maybe, I don't know, it is what we are waiting for you to come and change the world. And don't belittle yourself. Don't look small. Don't look at yourself like you are a small person. Big ideas, God can give anybody to have an idea. That person may have nothing, but that person may have nothing, but the idea is there. Let me talk about those people who have had big ideas and they started small, they were not even known. Let me talk about that because this is global and I'm going to use the people who you can know. We have people like the Wright brothers. Sorry. The Wright brothers are the ones who invented the aeroplanes. You want to tell me that they had the technology which is right now here? You want to tell me that they had the technology which is already with us? No. Maybe they were using wood. I don't know what they were using, trying to make an aeroplane, fixing an aeroplane. They were using whatever small they had. Today, if they come back to life and see the Boeing, how sophisticated it is, I'm sure they can be amazed. But they started from where they are. And look at us, ourselves today. That is what we use, moving from one country to another. What would we be using? Look at another person who invented bulb. That is why we have rights. Because somebody, I understand, and I don't want to go to details because I am not a scientist. I understand he tried like 1,000 times until he succeeded. Now that is why we enjoy the rights. We have another person who invented penicillin, another researcher. He messed himself. He left an experiment. He was doing an experiment in the lab, and I think he forgot to close. And the experiment broke and fell down. And after looking at the mutation of the experiment he was doing, that is when he realized that if this is being mixed with this one, it is working. It was an accident, actually. He had failed. He had seen failure. Yeah? He had seen failure, that he failed. He has been spending hours and days and weeks and months in the laboratory. And finally, the thing has come down crashing. Yet, that is what brought penicillin. Yeah. There are those people like those people. They have done things in the world that have come to change the world. Wherever you are, don't look at yourself like a small person. And when you are failing, actually, it is the time you are going to succeed. You started, fail, start and fail, again and again. Actually, you are not even Abraham Lincoln, who failed many times. Yet he became the 16th president of United States of America. How many times have you tried? Have you tried the many times Abraham Lincoln tried? What is that, Virgie, me, myself? How many times have I failed? I can tell you I failed many times. For example, me, I didn't want social media. I was fighting like, what is it, God, you are telling me? This is not for me, it's for young people. And of course, people will say all lot of things, bad things. When you start doing something like this, it looks like it's crazy. In fact, the close people I'm talking about here, they are not going to watch. They are going to mouth you behind your back. Virgie has told you. And why I'm even using the English language, it is a try. It is actually why I'm using the English language. Why I'm using English. I've even tried. It's not my first language. No. I have like 3 languages. But I'm talking in English so that wherever you are on this face of the earth, you can understand. Because English is spoken in many countries. So if I come here and speak my mother tongue, how many people are going to understand apart from my fellow village people? My tribe. Because me, I come from Kenya, and Kenya is a diverse country with many tribes. Swahili, how many countries speak Swahili? We have other languages, because I've told you Kenya has many tribes. But I have to put myself forward to speak in English. In fact, I went to school to go and read and get education using a foreign language. And not my mother tongue, my native language. The one I can come here and speak fluently. The one I can come here and speak fluently. So, many are the challenges. And not just what I'm at because I'm talking to you. I have some other things I'm doing. And getting supportive system, I can tell you, it is a very, very small percentage. So, what have I come to tell you? That you can do it. Fail. Start and fail. Fail. As many times. Yeah. Until we get what is that God placed in your heart. Whatever placed in your heart, then it came in your mind. Because it started with God. And that is why I'm saying, trust the process. And this one, never forget about this one. Trust the giver of the vision. If God gave you the vision, He knew that you can do it. You are capable. He knew you can do it. You are the vision carrier. We will just come here and support you because whatever you want to do, it's God who have inspired you to do. There is also another Pharaoh who decided to come up with some experiments, and then all of a sudden he invented or he created bomb. Those ideas are usually God-driven ideas. It's only that human beings tend to use those gadgets in a negative way. There is no idea that comes from the devil. All ideas, all your endeavors comes from God. Can you go ahead and do it? Virgie is here for you to encourage you. Push, push, push until you make it. Even me, I'm still pushing. If God can tell me there are some things He's telling me at a later date, it means that I'm Gen X. And here I am. And what I'm believing, I'm going and I'm going to accomplish whatever God has placed in my heart. All of us, there is what God has. All of us, there is what God has blessed us with. And God wants us, we do it. How many talents do you have? Do you have 5? Do you have 2? Do you have 1? How many do you have? Can you start doing right now? Thank you so much. God bless you. Please like my videos, give me a comment. Yeah, to all my subscribers and all new subscribers and viewers, I welcome you to this channel. I am back in full swing with a lot of energy, and I'll be talking everything that I go through, even what I'm saying that I felt that I needed to take a break because I felt it had, whatever transpired, affected my inner self. It is not to finish you. It is to make me better than who I was before. And I'll be talking. Stay tuned to this channel because we'll be talking a lot. God bless you. Bye.